All right, welcome to LA. Mike Catalana. I'm Jenna Cottrell. We are here ahead of the Bills-Rams meeting on Thursday night. Before we get started, please be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the Buffalo Plus YouTube page. All right, Mike, we're here in LA. Little bit different weather than Western New York right now. It is hot.
Yeah, it's hot. 97 degrees. This is not technically a dome behind us, technically, because it is open a bit on the sides, but it's temperature controlled. It'll be nice in there on Thursday. But it's hot. By the way, I have an audition coming up today.
Oh, yeah?
Well, it's LA. You know, I figured I might as well.
Auditioning for what?
Sportscaster.
We know you do your best impression.
Yeah, okay.
All right, let's get into this game, though. Yep. The roster today, the report card coming out, and just in terms of the injury report, what stood out to you on that?
That they're ready. That they're ready to go. They gave Stephon Diggs a veteran day off today. That's fine. But Isaiah McKenzie's ready. Jordan Poyer's ready. Those are the guys that you're really talking about. Tim Settle dealing with a little bit of stuff. He's ready, too, to make his Bills debut. So I think all that is a positive. This team's pretty healthy coming into the game.
And that's what you want to see. And I know Jordan Poyer obviously spent a lot of time on the sidelines in the last couple of weeks. But again, that was to prepare for this moment. We know Poyer's feeling good. He was a full participant in practice yet again today. And the team practicing because we know they're not headed out to LA for just a little bit.
Yeah, they fly out tomorrow to come out here. They try to make this as normal as possible.
Yeah.
Okay, so it is a night game, but here it'll be 5 o'clock, local time. But they fly out the day before, and then they get themselves ready during the day. I actually think it's a bit of a plus, at least time of the day wise.
Like a Buffalo plus?
Oh, how about that? That's pretty good. It's a 5 o'clock local game, so as much as they get acclimated to it, I think they'll be absolutely fine with that. I think they're excited about playing in a big moment, even though we know they don't want to make too big of a deal of one game.
Yes, I mean, it's a long season. We'll get into that, but at the same point, I mean, there's so much excitement. It's, the starting off of the NFL season. The Bills are doing that against the defending Super Bowl Rams. We know the banner is going to be raised, all of that on prime time. I mean, this team wants to start the season on a high note. How do you prepare for this moment, knowing it is also a long season?
In hindsight, it's one game out of 17.
Yeah.
In the moment, I think you want to see this team play well in a big moment. They did that last year until right at the end. What they didn't do last year was win any close games. And if this one ends up close, that would be a big deal to me to see them. Look, you're a Bills fan. You want to see them win by 20. I get that.
Yeah.
But if it is a close game and the Bills find a way to start this year on that high note of saying we had a close one, we went toe-to-toe with the champs, and we got a victory, I think it would be big. Look, they'll take a win any way they can get it. Yeah. So if it happens to be by 2 touchdowns, I don't think they're going to complain. But when you look at last year, it's jarring that they were so good, but in these close games, they did not come through.
They did not, but I feel like they can't lose all the ones that they did last year.
Right,
I feel like it's like the regression to the mean. Isn't that the phrase that people will use? What is the biggest thing, really quick, that you are looking out for on Thursday's game?
Yeah, it's the corners. It really is. You mentioned Jordan Poyer being healthy, and I think that's great.
Huge,
but his time on the field with these rookies has been relatively limited. They need him out there. They need Hyde out there. That's the best safety combo, or one of the best in the league. But, boy, you got those young guys. Dane Jackson's got to be a stud in this game, and they're going to be looking for them. Taron Johnson in the slot is big against Cooper Kupp, but they're going to get Cooper Kupp on the rookies. Absolutely. I would if I was Sean McVay. They know that. So how those rookies handle not just playing in the game, but when something bad happens, when they give up a 25-yarder or a touchdown, or it happens to be a really big play, how do you fight back from that? Because that's something every player's got to learn. They're just going to try to learn it in the biggest game of the first week of the NFL season.
It's so funny because you actually asked a question to Leslie Frazier about, the 2 rookies having some success in the preseason, getting a taste of that, building their confidence. But you even said, they don't know what's coming, but Leslie does.
Yeah, he says they don't know it either. He says bullseye. That was the arrow, bullseye on the rookies. And it is. And the Rams have been preparing for this game. This is more than just a regular week, or even different than a regular Thursday game. It's the first game of the year. For weeks, they've been looking at the Bills. And you better believe they've assumed for weeks that Trey White is not playing in this game. They know the young guys are going to be out there in the field. And if I'm them, that's where I'm going. So this is where, hey, you want to make life better for your rookie corners? Hey, Von Miller against your former team. Hey, Ed Oliver. get to the quarterback,
Yeah.
force him to get the ball out quickly. But come on, that's what we're going to be looking for, to see how the young guys do at corner in this first game.
I'm also just curious what you're expecting in terms of this atmosphere, because we were on a flight from Chicago to LAX, and talking with some of the flight attendants, they said more than half of the flight was essentially Bills fans. And we know Bills Mafia travels well, of course, but this is a spot that, and you even talked to someone who knows the stadium and knows what to expect.
Yeah, Kurt Sandoval's a sports anchor at ABC 7 here in Los Angeles. Been doing this for 20 years, and he's like, it's a different vibe out here. He's actually from Denver, and he knows what the Bronco fans are like. Much closer to what Bills fans are like, I think. A little bigger city, but that very much, a lot of people from there embrace it. LA's different. He said there's a whole generation that did not grow up going with their kids or their dads or their moms to Rams games, because this team was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
They like winners. This team became big because they won.
Yeah.
They like winners.
That's
It's
how it
LA.
works,
It's the way it is. So I think that vibe is a bit different. They're going to be all jacked up because of the banner. By the way, the players won't be out there for the banner ceremony and all. They'll be in the locker room. You know, this is more for the fans in this. They've got their rings already. But in terms of atmosphere, he said it's not really an intimidating atmosphere. Kind of like Dallas a little bit. It's such a big place, and there's always visiting fans there. So I don't think it's going to be the kind of place that's overwhelming noise-wise for the Bills to play in. If they play well, I think the crowd's going to be an LA crowd. They'll probably be hitting the freeway in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, because that traffic is real.
It is. It'll say, like, you'll look, it'll say 6 miles, and you look on your phone, and it says 45 minutes. By the way, I like how you threw in LAX. Like, you're, you know.
Well, we should have flown into Burbank if we wanted to do the hat tip, but it's okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
You know,
you booked the flights.
You're getting this whole Hollywood vibe.
I'm genuinely concerned about you, because every place we go, there is a line, and
I don't do well with lines.
Yeah, no. That is the luxury of living in Western New York. There's really not traffic. There's really not lines that much.
And I usually try to not push my way through.
Shoehorn.
Yeah, it doesn't work here. Everything is different out here.
No.
It's, the other coast.
I'm old. Nice. I'm old out here now.
You are. Yeah, it's like 22 is, when you're getting old. Yeah. So, it's cool here. This place is
it's
massive.
Nice. Yeah.
We're taking a tour of the place.
Yes.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So we'll get inside, so you'll get a view of what it looks like, and you'll see that on our show, 7:30 to 8 on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. You'll see some of that, of what this place is like, and then you'll see it for the game itself on Thursday.
Yeah, the show's going to be a lot of fun. Be sure to join us.
Tell everybody about the story you did.
So I did a story about, should I say the player?
Yeah.
Okay, David Questenberry, one of the Bills' offensive linemen. He's new to the team. He's a fellow cancer survivor like myself, and I got to do the interview talking to him about his experience, the message he wants to send, and just kind of the comeback of his career. And, I mean, talk about a guy that's just been through hell and back, and the passion that he has. I think Bills fans will be really excited to watch it.
It's a really well done story. Don't let Jenna hear I said that to you. It's very well done. This is not a guy who talks about this a lot.
No.
He talked to you. You'll feel his emotion when you watch it, and you'll understand the time he had, saving his own life, in terms of thinking of that before he even got back to football. So it's a great story, and it'll play in the show on Wednesday night.
Yeah, I'm proud of the story.
Yeah.
Which is, if you don't know me, which you really don't, that's hard for me to say.
Yeah,
so,
she doesn't like any of the stories she does. Even if we tell her they're good, she's like, I don't like it. Or, it's okay. This one's good.
It's fine.
This one's really good. This one's good.
All right, be sure to join us on Wednesday night at 7:30. You can watch, of course, on the Buffalo Plus YouTube channel. We always appreciate that. For Mike, I'm Jenna. Dan's back in the studio. We'll have plenty more coverage coming up on Buffalo Plus. Please be sure to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe.